Hi everyone, so this is Eunora app and this is the home screen of Eunora, and every single time I open the app it starts with a simple question. How are you feeling today? And there's no pressure to label emotions precisely. I just tap start a check-in and express how I feel in my own words. And below here I can see my recent moods, so I immediately get a sense of my emotional pattern over the past few days. And Honora also gives me a quick summary, how many entries that I have made, my average mood, and as well as the emotion that shows up most often. And it is a calm starting point, helping me pause, reflect, and check in with myself before going deeper. So at the second step, here Honora invites me to slow down and just write. There's no form, no skill, and no rules. Today I might put something in like I just graduated today. I feel happy and proud, and but at the same time, I'm anxious because I don't know what the future looks like. And if I don't feel like writing that much, I can also pick a quick mood below. But by writing, it lets the app understand the nuance behind how I actually feel. Now let's continue. Alright, after I submit, Eunora reflects the overall mood as a visual. And instead of number or labels, it starts with a mood vibe, a simple, intuitive snapshot of how today feels. It is not trying to explain anything yet, but just giving me a moment to see my state from the outside. And from the mood vibe, Eunora gently adds a short reflection. And it doesn't judge or analyze, just a simple description to help me understand where I am right now. I can take it as a reference or simply move on. It is that support not to define how I should feel. After that initial reflection, Eunora gently breaks the mood into a few simple dimensions, not to label or score how I feel, but to give me a clearer picture of my emotional balance. I can see where my tone sits, how much energy I have, and whether I feel at ease or a bit tense. It turns something abstract into something I can notice without telling me what it means. At this step, Eunora reflects my thought back to me in words, not rewriting what I said, but helping me see the emotional pattern underneath it. I don't have to agree with every sentence, it is simply a mirror I can pause and reflect on before saving this moment and moving on. And when the mood is lighter, Eunora invites me to mark the moment, not the whole day, just one small thing I would like to keep. It could be something simple like a friend surprising me with flowers after graduation, and this turned the check-in into a memory, something I can come back to later, not to analyze, just to remember. Let's continue. And at this point, Honora offers a bit of gentle guidance, not instruction and not a solutions, just a few grounded thoughts that acknowledge what I'm feeling. I can read through it, take what resonates, or simply move on when I'm ready. It is a guidance without pressure and there to support, not to steer. Now let's move to the summary page. At the end, Eunora brings everything together into a single summary, not just what I wrote, but how the moment felt, the mood, the energy, and the reflection around it. And it's not meant to be revisited constantly, it's simply a snapshot of how I was, captured with clarity instead of judgment. And when I'm ready, I can close it and move on. And after completing check-in, Eunora brings me back to the mood input screen, and from there we can going back to the welcome screen. I can immediately see the latest mood reflected in recent moods. Nothing is lost, and in case I want to go deeper, I can open view history. Each entry represents a full moment from a specific day, and when I tap into one, I see the complete summary, my reflection, the moment I chose to keep, my emotional spectrum, and the daily guidance. Okay, before I finish, I want to quickly show that Eunora isn't just limited to just one platform, and this is Eunora running on iOS. The app is built with Kotlin Multiplatform, so the same emotional logic and behavior are shared across platform. And what's important here isn't just it run on iOS, it is the experience stay consistent. And what really makes Eunora different is that the flow adapts, positive moments are preserved, intense emotion invite pause, and heavy moods allow rest before reflection. Let me get an example with low energy moods like sad. Alright, so what you've seen from here is the app allows the user to pause or stop because reflection can be draining. And for the high activation emotions like anger or anxiety, let me get with angry.
Okay, so you see, Eunora intentionally slows the flow down, inviting a brief moment instead of pushing the user to react immediately. And with the other emotion, like calm positive. And when the mood is positive, Eunora helps preserve the moment on this page, turning it into something meaningful, not just another data point, and it's optional. And that balance between technology and emotional awareness is what Eunora is really about. Thank you.